people who generally tend to be marginalized, and because of that marginalization are more vulnerable, right? We also look at housing, we look at climate. So it's a very, very diverse, broad range of topics that we look at and see where are the opportunities not equal and how can we bridge that for people more on the disadvantaged side of the spectrum, right? And then we take those challenges, we take those problems, and we bring them before people who have the power to change things, people who are responsible for making the policies, right? And we try to solution at the summit. This year, we're trying to do things a little bit differently. This is the second of a series of dialogues pre-summit, leading up to the summit. The theme for this year is new voices and new approaches to a more inclusive society. So what we're hoping with these pre-summit, talk to people such as yourselves, right? So the regular Nigerians, and see where are the pain points. You know, we don't just want to sit in this office and assume that we know. So we've brought you in, and you agree with me, you're all regular Nigerians, right? To find out where are those pain points and what are your thoughts about how we can address those issues. The last pre-summit that we did was focused on mobility for all, and there was a lot of talk about the pandemic or the epidemic of one chance and how we can solve the problem of transportation with all the fuel costs and all of that for every Nigerian. Today, we are shifting a little bit to health, right? But not just health broadly, but self-care. So the Nigerian government has been very interested in the issue of self-care as a tool towards reducing the burden of maternal mortality in Nigeria, right? So they were very much interested in self-care from a sexual and reproductive health point of view. But today, as you probably have realized from all the stickers and everything on the walls and the plants and all of that, we are looking at self-care from a much more broad perspective, okay? So having laid that foundation, because I wanted us to really understand why we're here, your presence and your voice and your contributions are very, very key to what we will then take to the summit and say, this is what Nigerians think. These are where the pain points are. So please speak up, don't just come and feel a cheer. I really do want to hear your voice, want to get all your contributions, especially from the young people. So having said that, I've introduced myself. I'm going to hand over the microphone and have everyone.
They have their mic.
Okay, so everybody should have a mic going around, and I'd like for you to tell us your name, your organization, and what you do. So please, go ahead. If you have the mic, please go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. Is this on? You can. Okay. No time. Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'm so glad to be here, and I'm so passionate about what is going to be spoken about today. My name is Dr. Jamila Lowell. I'm a nutrition specialist and also a food blogger. So we can't talk about nutrition without food. And when you talk about food, everybody smiles. Nigerians love food. Yeah. And so I teach people how to eat healthy and how to live healthier lifestyles through our food culture, right? And today we're talking about self-care. It's something I'm very passionate about. I live it, and I know that it's possible for all, but I know that there are gaps as well, and that knowledge is power. And as we're living here today, I hope that we'll all be empowered with that we'll take back home, possibly make informed decisions about our lives, our health, and our society at large. So thank you for having me.
Cool.
So I'm very excited that more people are getting into it now. I'm very excited that more gatherings like this are happening. Very excited to hear what everyone has to say and also to share insights as well. So thank you for having me, and I hope we all benefit something today.
You're welcome.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Hadra Usman. I'm a medical student from Now University. I'm so happy to be here. That's all I have to say.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Coladius Liet. I'm a medical student from Now University, and I'm very excited to be here too.
You're welcome.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Favor John Idoko. I'm also a medical student from Nile University, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, you can pass the mic to the back.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Chukwulon Sonwaike, the provider manager of Access Health. Thank you for having me here at this summit, and thank you for thinking it wise to include health insurance in this discussion, because I believe health in Nigeria and worldwide is moving towards, is inevitable towards health insurance. We need to sustain health, in Nigeria. Thank you very much. I'm so glad to be here.
Right. Thank you. Please go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Uche Andrew. I identify as a person with disability, hearing impairment. I'm very excited to be here to join in this conversation about how we can move on, include persons with disabilities, especially women who are often marginalized in every area of endeavor, to improve on how we can do that. I'm excited for what we are going to be discussing, and I'm very much ready to contribute to my own to join this and come up. I'm looking forward to debating our common. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You're welcome.
My
Yes, please go ahead.
The Giant National Station of Persons with Disabilities.
Okay, I do believe we've just been joined by newcomers. So we were in the process of introducing ourselves. Adana, you want to introduce yourself and then hand over the mic? Thank you so much. All right. So if you're just joining us, please feel free to introduce yourself.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Mrs. Bolanle Awunusi. I'm a lecturer with the Department of with the Faculty of Nursing and Allied Sciences, University of Abuja, and I'm here with students and lecturers.
You're welcome, ma'am. So please, if you're just coming in, we were introducing ourselves. Tell us your name, your organization, and what you do very briefly.
Okay. Good morning. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Sadiq Adetunji Adekola. I'm a lecturer from the Faculty of Nursing and Allied Sciences, University of Abuja. I'm here with the students from the faculty.
All right, thank you. You're welcome.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Precious Gift Nwore. I'm a student of Medical Laboratory Science Department, University of Abuja.
You're welcome.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Zainab Zakaria GT. I'm a student of University of Abuja, studying Medical Laboratory Science. I'm also a spoken word artist, and I'm really glad to be here. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good day, everyone. My name is Favor Azarel Tihila, a 200 level student of Medical Laboratory Science in the University of Abuja. I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
You're welcome. Is there anybody of our invited guests who is still yet to introduce ourselves for the sake of time? Do we have any guests? No. Okay. So for the sake of time, we'll go ahead. I'd like to introduce all our PIC staff who are here supporting us. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. So for the sake of time, because we are already behind time, I really would like us to close this by 11 if possible. Are we ready? We are moving on to our is targeted at really decision makers. So in fact, we've had former residents, wives of governors, ministers, that sort of policy makers from within Nigeria, not a Nigerian thing. We've had people come from different African countries, ambassadors from various countries, and bring youth people living with disabilities, people who otherwise would not have had access to these kind of people, to come and really tell them that these are where the pain points are, sit down and discuss those things. So this is the second in a series of pre-summit events. The first one was on mobility and transportation for all Nigerians. And there was a lot of talk about the epidemic of one chance. Today we are shifting gears a little bit and we're moving to health to talk about self-care. So the Nigerian government has a policy on self-care and well-being for Nigerians. However, it was more or less geared at reducing maternal mortality, so very much reproductive health focused. We are taking a larger lens or a larger perspective of care and looking at the entire spectrum of what self-care should be or what it should look like, even beyond sexual and reproductive health. But of course, there's going to be some emphasis on that today. So we brought you all here because we really do want to hear your opinions and your thoughts. Where are the most pressing challenges when it comes to self-care, and how do you think we can address this problem so that we can take your thoughts from here to the competitor and people there before you can actually make a change. Okay, so now that we're all up, are you ready for us? We're going to start our game. I'm going to create intelligence and have all guests. Someone please open that for me. And I'm going to you guys stand behind Omo or beside Omo. And please make a line. And this is all open. This is okay? Once you answer the question, yeah, that is to start from all the way up. Yes, the last people also have fun with it. Okay. So you can move forward. Whoever is the last or first person. So it's not worry about ourselves. Okay, don't worry, even me, I'm guilty. So first question. Okay, so yeah, I have these two beautiful young ladies. Can you raise up your signs? I have these two beautiful young ladies in front here. If the answer to the question on the screen is a yes, you go left. So also going to make it all. If the answer is no, you move to the side. Okay? Are we clear? First question, please. Okay, I think I have a little bit of a technical issue. Is it coming out? Hopefully, once this thing hits up, it should be much faster. Smile. Thank you. Smile. Thank you. Or should I read that question? Save time. Okay. I have exercised at least 4 times this week. So if you get off the line, you can sit down. Okay. Just sit down to the next and after find a seat somewhere you've chosen. I've exercised 5 times this week. No, you walk up. You have to walk up so that we can see. So it's forward. I have exercised 5 times this week. So if you are okay, everybody in the queue. You go yes or no. Okay, so it's your turn. Okay. It's a, a no for you. Question. Okay, next, so we can form the quick. Let's say time. I'm trying to pop for us. Okay, so the next question is, I've had the at least 5 times this week. It's a no for the first person, yes. Okay, I've had vegetables at least 5 times this week. Oh, okay. All right, let's form the QA again. So you can see where this is going, right? Next question. I've had fruits at least 5 times. Fruits now, at least 5 times. I know I'm sure it's oh wow. Okay, it's better with the vegetables, right? Okay. And then the last question, this one I expect everyone to be on the yes side. Let's go back to the line. Let's go back to the line. I've done something to improve my mental health at least once. Actually, that's not the last question. We have one more question. At least once this week. Let's okay, line. This is our very last question now. Question. I've had a medical checkup, not because you are sick. You are well, you are fine. You just want to once this year. Once this year. Okay, clap for yourselves. Let's clap for ourselves. Thank you so much. So yes, it was for fun. That gives you a good idea of where you are in terms of your self-care. Okay, so Chris, I'd like to move on now to the Mentimeter questions. But before we do that, is everybody here with this phone? Just check. Okay. Do you want to put us through to school? Just mostly feel bad, but that's the discussion. You challenged when it comes to things. So the fun, I would really like to hear from us where are the challenges and how do you think on them, right? We're talking a lot about, we're seeing the questions, so we're talking a lot about community. When I say community in the village, I mean, when I say community, I mean people who form your tribe, social network. So like your roommate, your family, your friends, your neighbors. If you're a Christian, your church folk. If you're a Muslim, the people within your religious community, that sort of thing. Community than just, where you're from. So the local government where you live, that could be your community. So if you see the word community or your social network, that's what we're talking about. How you want to walk us through how to navigate?
Yes. All right, good morning, everyone. So you can use your phone to scan the QR code. Hopefully you can see it. Okay, you can scan the QR code, or you can use the Mentimeter number there. So all you have to do is go to menti.com, and then you put the 12094, or you can scan the QR code if you can. Just go to menti.com, and the number is 1290-1094.
And is anybody everybody participate? Okay, so that we help you connect. Is everybody good? Okay.
All right.
Give us. Let's navigate there.
And if you've connected, just raise one hand up so that we can see people are connected.
Once you're connected, please raise your hand so we can see one, two. The code is 1290 1094.
And for those watching online, you can also participate.
Yes, please. And if you're joining us online, please feel free to participate. In fact, we really do want to hear from you. Please join in and participate. Please raise your hand. If you still need a bit more time, let us know. Is everybody there? PIC staff? I'm not seeing hands. Okay.
Are we ready?
If you still need a bit more time, please indicate by raising your hand. Okay, awesome. Okay. Chris, take it away.
All right. So let's see if this works.
Are you number or you?
So I think check your phone if you see it. Can someone read the question? Oh.
No, what does it mean?
You can type. Okay.
So you should have you there where you should be type.
Yeah.
Don't click Q&A, click on next. Anybody still having issues? Okay. I hope you click on Q&A. You click on so a little bit more time. Okay, so yeah, you have to fill it. Yeah. Give us about 1 second. Everybody's caught. Did you click next? I mean,
this is the first page. Okay, yes.
Yeah, so
next. Then I go to what does self-care mean to you? But if you feel like typing,
this question. She clicked next. No.
that's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. D tells me that you are speaking for a lot of people here, so please go ahead.
It's just so much like we first of all need to understand that we own our bodies. We need men to understand that we own our bodies. We should
an opportunity there for peer-to-peer learning. We're going to talk to each other and listen. Okay. Are we all connected on Mentimeter? Next question. We're not connected to the screen. Okay, but you can see people. So where are we now? Okay. So we should be on, make it easier for more people, especially where we are. Okay, so please go ahead and answer. And somebody read that out for us. Okay, no, the next question after that. Chris, it's not reflected. I'm waiting for the next question. Okay, so the next question, read that out. The next one is, would make it easier for people, especially in the village areas without access, to get these sexual and reproductive health tools. Tools like the pregnancy test kit, the injectable contraceptive, condoms, HIV self-tests, pregnancy test kits, malaria tests, things like that. What will make it easier for those in the village or areas without easy access to get these tools? Please, if you've lost connection, speak up. Don't wait till we get to the end. Okay. Yes, so help me navigate to Mentimeter. Let's see if I can find. I'll take my phone. I hope for connection to the screen. Does anybody need more time? Next. Okay, so we will this. A couple people walk in, so we will give them time to introduce themselves so that we know who and who is in the room. So, Ma, can we start from you? Okay. Please introduce yourself, your name, your organization, and what you do.
Hi, good morning, everybody. My name is Mariam Alhamdulillah. I'm the Women in Nigerian Association of FC. I'm from John. I'm a and pretty much thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. A round of applause, please. And then, Ma, please hear from you, your name, your organization, and what you do.
All right. Good morning, colleagues. My name is I work with the Health Promotion Mission, Family Health Department of the Ministry of Health. I am the head program and communication branch. We can talk about social and behavior change, branch promotion. I'm glad to be in your midst. And apologies coming late. So I just use my way. Google Map was taking me everywhere.
You came at just the right time because well I had when so I had a little bit of
Yeah, sharp, Abi.
You touched a nerve.
Yeah.
You touched a nerve. I'm hearing murmuring in the room.
So, cut it for me. Let me go sharp. Then you go home. What happens when you get home? You rinse that in water. What happens to the water? What happens to the water?
It turns green.
What have you just done? The nutrients, you just rinsed it out, right? In fact, we'll put hot water, put salt, baking soda, wash it. Yes. What have you just done? So please, that one, I try to not fail to remember whenever I go out, because it's something that we do, and we just feel okay. It's helping cut out time for processing and all of that. So please, when you get your vegetables, you take them home. If you pluck them from your garden or from the market, pick out the leaves, wash them thoroughly before you cut, right? Pick out the leaves, wash them thoroughly before you cut. And once you cut, transfer you add your veggies when the meal is almost ready. Because most times, if you're making vegetable soup, for instance, your broth, your beef broth or whatever the sauce you made is already heated up, it's cooked. All you need to do is add that vegetable, and not more than 2 minutes, it's ready.
2 minutes?
2 minutes is just okay. In fact, sometimes cover the pot, turn off the light, it's enough to cook the vegetable through. You want to come and see your vegetables looking bright and green and alive. Eat live foods. Don't kill your foods.
Round of applause, please. Okay. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of reaction. So let's dwell here for a little bit. So we will hold on. So maybe you have a question with regard to that specific thing.
I just want to add very much for that. And I just want to add, because a lot of this discussion has been focused on pregnant women. And I know they've said, oh, also before you get pregnant. This is also very important for your period. You have to stress it. You need to know your phases. Because you complain about cramps, you complain about sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it, forgive me, but you know what I'm talking about.
Endometriosis.
Yes. All the PMS you feel, everything is because you're not feeding your body according to your cycle. You need to study your cycle, you need to know what phase you're in, and you need to know what you need to be eating during that phase. Very, very important. Very, very, very important. Helped me a lot, helps my family a lot, helps my friends a lot.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right. I just want to say thank you to you, because the issue of nutrition is something we keep on singing and dancing around it. But I want to say something. From the responses we got here, you discover that some people say expensive. Some people say this, say that. No matter what is written here, some of us may not go as far as doing that. When it comes to the way we eat, of course, every action we take, we look at behavior. That is a concept of a promotion. In terms of what do you eat, you will even agree with yourself that you want to live a healthy life. Behavior change.
That's the baseline.
The food we are talking about now, unripe plantain, I bet you that it might be at home, in the store, an adolescent will go to eatery to buy burger with Coke. Do you understand? Because you want to show affluence. That is one. In terms of expensive, again, I go to that one. I talk about the village, but there's no time to talk much. Then in terms of being expensive, what do we know? Before now, it used to be health education, and as of 2006, it moved to health promotion. And somebody will ask, what's the difference? And it was said, health education offers you information, but does not give you a way out. I give example. Let me give practical example. A pregnant woman was in the hospital doing her ANC section and came back and told her husband, sweetheart, I was told that my blood is so low, I should be taking vegetables, I should be taking egg and not of this. Oh, sweetheart, I hope the doctor gave you a check. That was the response from the husband. And the question is, health promotion will now tell you that you don't need to have a big check for you to eat right. That's what it's about, empowerment beyond giving you information, but they now address the determinants of health. What are those factors that make you to achieve or not achieve it? That a woman living close, even in front of her house, where there's no farm, can use a container to rear more vegetable. Can even have one local fowl that lays egg. Like as you see me here, she see my wig, if I want to dress, you think say me I know the shit. But you know what? I do everything. My vegetable, I don't buy meat in the market unless I want to change meat. I don't buy egg in the market. I build my chicken, my turkey, my vegetable, everything. And I don't have a big farm. Do you understand what I'm saying? So
the round of applause for
her. And before I drop this microphone, I'm not a nutritionist, but I attended one program and I was told that the reproductive health system of a girl child starts from the tummy.
Yeah.
And the child, how the baby is being fed, even to get to adolescent of getting pregnant. Because an anemic mother gives birth to an anemic child. So behavior change will continue drawing it to an endless line.
Very much. So just before we move on to the next question, I want to highlight, because some of us might not have heard the last point that was just made. And it's very, very important, because a lot of us always think, oh, when I'm ready to get pregnant, when I'm trying to have children, then I'll get my eating right. But science has proven, right, that while you are in your mother's stomach, because every woman is born with the complete number of eggs that she's going to use to make babies for the rest of her life, right? So think about it this way. When your grandmother was carrying your mother, you were in your grandmother's tummy.
Yes, that's it.
Because you were in your mother's eggs inside your grandmother's tummy. So your grandmother was eating for herself, for your mother, and for you. So if you don't like yourself when you live here today, I'm just trying to, so that you understand what you just said, right? If you don't like yourself, for the sake of your daughter and for the sake of your granddaughter, eat right. Fix your nutrition today. For those of us who are very, may the Lord have mercy. But for those of you who you are very lucky, you know, you are yet to start, please fix your nutrition today. For the sake of time, let's move to the next question. But I still want you to talk about, because you raised a very important point. A lot of us talk about, oh, vegetables, blah, 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 blah. You can raise your vegetables. You have a bucket.
You can raise your vegetables. You can grow. See, it has to be taught in schools.
Yes.
Food, basic nutrition knowledge, because it's what we grow with. It becomes a part of you. You grow with it, and you also teach your children, right? So this has to be taught in school: healthy nutrition, balanced diet, growing your vegetables. It's not a fancy thing. It's not something to be oh, I'm growing vegetables.
One house, please.
It's not supposed to be something fancy. It's supposed to be something that it's not. And before it just to happen in villages, you see everybody grew their vegetables, their tomatoes, and all of that. But now, with the way everything has changed, people are trying to live, like affluent lifestyle and show up in a way that is not really true to them. So people have to learn how to grow. We can learn how to grow our vegetables. I have vegetables at home, so it helps you to eat healthier. We also have to be intentional about it. Whatever you are doing today, your future self will thank you. Whatever you eat today will contribute, like I said, to either giving you better health or increase your risk for disease. So young people have to know that eating healthy will go a long way in giving them healthier lives. In fact, it will improve their productivity. She mentioned the issue of menstrual period cramps and endometriosis and all of that. A lot of times, even with PCOS, healthy food can help you manage it. Right? So we have to be intentional about eating healthy.
Or even prevent it.
Prevent it. As a nutritionist, I've seen someone with gestational diabetes reversed her condition through just nutrition information.
No drugs.
No drugs, nutrition information. A lot of this can be reversed through food. Honestly, food is medicine, food is health. Whenever you take something, ask yourself, what is this going to do for me? But have a balanced meal. Every day, try to include vegetables in your food. When you ask the question, who ate vegetables 5 times this week? I'm like, that's so easy, because I sat down there. It's not hard. People look like it's difficult. It's not difficult.
So can you tell us very tell us how from Sunday to Sunday?
So in the morning, cheap. Somebody said fried chips earlier. Say healthy food. I said fried chips. What did you just say? So
no, when I say cheap, I mean
okay. Oh, cheap. Cheap. Let me just mention cheap vegetables now.
Okay.
Efo aleyo.
I think you're about to call it tete.
Tete.
Okay.
We have ugu, we have lettuce.
Mm-hmm.
If you have cabbage,
Mm-hmm.
we have moringa. Moringa is so good, it's so healthy. It contains so many vitamins, minerals, protein. A vegetable that contains protein. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
When you talk about protein, people think, oh, it has to be meat, one expensive, Vegetable that contains protein, moringa.
Although the powder form, is it as
powder form is also good. Just be sure that it was properly, dried and not left open outside and all of that. It can be cool dried. I have a pack of even dried moringa at home now, and the color is probably maintained. And I bought it's a whole big pack. I bought it for 3,500. The seeds are also awesome. They're amazing. I've done, so I did a lot of studies on moringa as well. Yeah, so when I talk about moringa, it's like the tea. So I use it for tea. We filmed moringa tea the other morning. See, it's very easy. It's not hard. When you talk about healthy food, people think it's hard. It's not hard. So vegetable, say in the morning, I have, say, 2 boiled eggs, and I have leftover vegetable soup that I used yesterday. I will take it. I must take vegetable whatever I'm eating. Add vegetables
every
single meal. I can't just sit down. How can you just sit down and just eat jollof rice just like that? There's no vegetable on it. You can't just we can't be doing that. And we have to teach this. You can't just sit down and just eat carbohydrates without fiber. Your gut health is connected to your brain, it's connected to your immune. See, 70% of your immunity lies in your gut. Your immune system, 70% of it lies in your gut health. What can you do to even promote your immunity, to improve your gut health? You must take probiotic and prebiotic foods. These prebiotic foods contain fiber. Your vegetables are a source of fiber.
Please give
your wheat is a source of fiber.
This big English, I don't think people are connecting. Prebiotics and probiotics. Examples.
Prebiotic example. Your vegetables, your prebiotics are foods that contain fiber, right?
Okay.
So vegetables and fruits, they contain fiber. Probiotic are fermented foods. We have that in even your iru is fermented. Your pap.
What of Yoruba Gari? Yoruba Gari. Ijebu Gari.
Ijebu Gari. So that can even be both prebiotic and probiotic because it has fiber, right? And it's also fermented. Okay. So include fermented food in your. Our forefathers did something great. They fermented corn and it became pap. And we are leaving all of that. We're taking custard. What will custard do for you? Nothing. It's just starch that does not add value to your. So it's not enjoyment. It's not baby girl lifestyle. If you take custard, no. It's not baby girl lifestyle. Take your pap, your fermented pap, your kunusamia, your ogi. Take that. The yogurt. You can make yogurt at home. Don't buy those things that they pack. If you can, yes. If the yogurt, don't take. In fact, please. We have a lot of ladies here. If you can make your own food at home, you can make your own yogurt. It is not difficult. Go online these days. Resources are there, right? You don't have to. Most of these yogurts they sell around additives. They add gum. They add. You don't even know what you're taking. Sugar. If you can afford to go and buy yogurt outside, you can afford to buy your milk, good quality milk, and make yogurt at home. It starts from home. Self-care. It's taking care of yourself. It starts with it's self-love. We promote self-love. Gen Z, self-love. It starts from taking your food, what you put in your body. Our phones now, you don't want to drop it. You don't want to enter. If you're even charging it, you want to get a good charger. Your car, you can't put any kind of fuel, but your body, you can put anything.
Okay, so before you hand over the microphone, and I want us to, I love the discussion in the room. You made a point, and I'm not even sure a lot of people heard it because you went over it so quickly. When we tell people, when it comes to the issue of vegetables, right? And I love that you said you eat vegetables with every meal. I'm challenged because I'm still trying to.
Every day.
But people will immediately tell you, I don't have land. I live in a block of flats. So how do I grow my own vegetables?
You can grow in containers. My
practical tips.
So all of my vegetables are in containers. I don't even have any vegetable that is even downstairs. They're in containers. So I had there's a lady who does gardening and I told her that, look, I want to be able to, I don't want to buy anymore. It's not everything I want to buy outside. Sometimes there are things that I want to even get and they are not there. I don't get them. Sometimes the quality is poor. I want to be able to grow my own. Can you show me how to do this thing at home? Right? And then she came down because I used to get a lot of vegetables from her. And all of my plants are in plastic containers.
So like the ugu you just talked about, the moringa.
But I don't have moringa. Okay. I don't have moringa, but I have lettuce. So I'm forced to eat lettuce every day. Wow. It's what you
finish
it's what you see that you will eat. It's what you keep in the fridge that your children will eat.
True.
It's what they see that they will eat. If they know that somehow there will be pizza in that fridge, they will go and get it. Mommy, I will eat. It's what you teach them from the onset. It's what you do. Remember, children, it's not what you tell them. It's what they see you do. It's what you put on the table. My son eats salad like an adult. In fact, can I have the cucumber salad? Can you just leave some for me? When kids are running away from salad, because he's used to seeing me eating salads. Right? So it's what you see. If you keep cake in the fridge, when you are hungry, you go back that fridge 10 times. Let me just take a slice until it goes down, until it finishes. So it's what you have around you. You will eat.
Talk a bit more about the things in your...
The
container garden.
The container garden, and it's doing very well. So I have someone coming sometimes when I have like if I feel like it's rotten, maybe this is not my bell peppers weren't doing well. I was like, these things are dying. What's happening? Is in my hands? And then sometimes they have to do the treatment and then spray because I'm not a farmer, but it's just me taking a step towards eating healthy and living a healthier lifestyle. And there are people who even have green fingers. There are people who grew up with moms who had ugu in their compounds. But you go back, you start living on your own and you're not doing any of that. Try and grow at least 2 vegetables. Try and grow at least 2 vegetables that you like.
Which ones do you recommend?
I recommend, I think ugu is very easy to grow.
Okay.
Even aleho is easy to grow. Even scent leaves. Scent leaves are scent leaf is so medicinal. So medicinal. Scent leaves are so medicinal, so good for... Yeah, pardon? Okay, I don't grow bitter leaf, but bitter leaf is very good. I'm just being honest with what I have in my own garden, but I'm saying that everybody can achieve this, right? And even if you cannot, please, you can buy them from the market. They are always in season.
Thank you very much.
And they're inexpensive. Yes. Okay. She wants to ask a question.
So we have questions coming in. If you have a question, I don't want to rush through this. I would like, because I know people are very interested in this. So question here, and then we'll take you, sir. So please go ahead, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Doctor, for that very interesting discussion on nutrition. It is because of every time way of doing things that made us feel like these things are not necessary. They are not visible around us. But from my own point of view, as a person with disability, I see that it is also very good. Look at animals like goats, for example. Whatever you give goats, they eat grass, yes, to eat. But that goat will grow healthy eating that grass. As a way of saying that me and myself, I should also focus on vegetables. And my storage, yeah. I have a question on that storage, in the area of storage. When you talk about time, it's just, how to cook, and from my experience now, then we don't have electricity regularly in the country. So now, storing of those things, most times we need it to get it easy so that we can get it quickly and make food with it. So at times like that, do you have anything you can recommend or something? What's your advice on that?
Okay.
So when it comes to storage, especially vegetables, they are perishable, right? Even despite the fact that I have a fridge and a freezer, I don't buy vegetables that will last more than 1 week.
Okay.
Right? Unless it's something like broccoli or cauliflower that I can easily freeze. We know that electricity can be erratic in Nigeria. Buy what you need. Do a weekly shopping list, especially for vegetables. You can buy other things in bulk that could be dry, could be frozen, but for vegetables that are perishable, do a weekly shopping list.
Or grow them.
Simple. Do something weekly. For bulk buying, do a lot. You can do that. But for dry, you can do a lot. But for vegetables, you can do weekly. And just go to your neighborhood markets or shop where they sell these things on the streets. On the streets, these things I'm talking about, they are not things that you even have to enter the main market for. Even on the streets, you can get okra, you can get bitter leaf, you can get vegetable, you can get water leaf. You can get ugu, 200 naira. You see, I've been mentioning 200, 500. Sprinkle it on that rice. Use it to make that side. Use it to make that side vegetable that you are going to your food. And another thing, Nigerians, our food, the main meal, which is supposed to be the soup, we make it the side. Is the carbohydrates, the pounded yam, we make the main meal. Yes. The side dish should be the vegetable. When you have all of that vegetable and some proteins, the carbohydrates that you eat will be minimal, will just small, just a feast of it, right? So your main meal should be your vegetables and your protein. The side, make that side should be the swallow or the tuwo or the
so reverse what you are currently doing.
Reverse what you are doing now.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Please, a round of applause for her. We have a question in the back, and then we have to go back to our Mentimeter. A question here. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. So while these discussions were going on, and when she was talking, particular thing came to my mind. She talked about health education promotion, and I was thinking, should there be a third component to that, which we also mentioned behavior of our community, the people, the Nigerians and everything. Should there be a third component like orientation and reorientation of our people? And that brings me to what collaboration does health ministry, because they can't do it alone.
That's your question.
So all these things we are talking about, the sexual, orientation of our people, how the stigma, the shame, accessibility of all these things, the nutritional part of it, I think is domicile with Ministry of Health, with health promotion, prevention and everything. So they can't do it alone. It will always be in the corridors of health, hospitals. And how many of our people go to, those places, judging the economic situation of the country? So I wanted to know the serious collaboration health ministry has with National Orientation Agency of Nigeria. It's not just when we turn on the radio or the television, we are hearing how to be proud of being a Nigerian and all that. So how is health ministry collaborating with National Orientation Agency to make sure that these things are driven home to the communities on a regular basis, not just how to be proud to be a Nigerian? Thank you.
So it sounded more like a contribution than a question. But I don't know, did you want to respond to that? Okay.
Small. Yeah, thank you, my brother, for your concern. The truth is that a finger does not clap.
Snap, 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 snap. One room, please. Let's hear her.
Why did I say that? Health promotion, our bedrock is collaboration. And if you have access to anybody working with, because remember, Ministry of Orientation Agency, NOAA, we normally call it the National Orientation Agency. We normally say NOAA is a branch of Ministry of Information. They are our baby. There is no program we have without them. But the challenge sometimes is this. As much as we think is easy, sometimes you have maybe a content or something you have to air. Some of them might say at least subsidize. However, when it comes to dissemination of information, we work with NOAA. We go beyond working with NOAA. Like I remember few months back, I led the development of some SBC messages, and in nutrition, adolescent nutrition was one of them. I will share the video with you. Okay. Why I've not even shared it was like I wanted my director, I said PAMSEC has to give approval. I worked on elderly care. I worked on adolescent nutrition, use of chlorhexidine for child care, about 7 of them. So as we did it, even at the development level, we work with, we call it MDAs, Ministry Department and agencies. We normally work with relevant stakeholders that we know that they have something to add for us to make it right. And ideally, when we finish producing such materials, we take it to those target audiences for input. It's not a one-off thing. Material development is a process. And when we do it, we finalize, pre-test it, take it to them. When you say pre-test, you take it to the target audience to see whether it will resonate with them in terms of culture, in terms of maybe color, acceptance, will it fly? Because by the time those materials will come to the community, you will not be there to explain. So that's why we normally take it in advance for them to look through it and now look at, okay, oh, I'm seeing myself in it. Most often, some question we ask is that, who do you think this material is meant for? We normally, if it's for adolescents, we bring them together. We may not say it's for you, but we're not asking questions. Who do you think is? Say, he's talking to adolescent. And then I say, do you think it's relevant for you? We are trying to see how relevant is that material, how accurate is it to our objective, to achieving the objective of those producing those materials. So in nutshell summary, I'm saying that we work in collaboration with even non-governmental organizations.
What about the people living with disabilities?
We do.
Okay.
We do. Right. No, I told you before, I say inclusiveness. Okay. We are singing it like praises, and everything I'm telling you. Initially, it wasn't as forthcoming as it is now. We have a lady on that desk, Ada. She's a nurse. We even call it her disability because every second, and it happened to be that I represent disability desk in my office sometimes. So we're still on it. That's why I have a lot of information about them. So we know that even when we're talking about, you said people with disability, because we have come to see that they are really, really marginalized. Yeah. They are really marginalized. And we need to make sure but it wasn't intentional, that's the truth. Yeah. Because sometimes some of them are in colonies. Do you understand? So sometimes maybe before you could remember why we didn't involve them, maybe the proposal must have gone. You understand what I'm talking. Whatever you didn't capture when you are developing something will be easy. It will not be funded. Be difficult to be funded at the end of the day. Yeah. But now, as we are writing, we make sure they are there, because no matter whatever you are doing, just like health promotion cuts across anything you can think of. But people say that health promotion, I think about it. I say yes. If you bring a carpenter, I will tell you health promotion is in carpentry. You bring a bricklayer, I will tell you that a bricklayer who is walking barefooted without slippers or shoe boot is that carpenter that is sawing every day, all those particles without nose mask, that woman selling doesn't know that 5 hours you need to, or even in the workstation, you are sitting down working 5 hours, you're supposed to make a move. So at any point, even when you're looking at me, I'll tell you the health promotion aspect of the way you are looking at me. So it's a continuous process. Education is continuous. Health literacy is what we point out to achieve.
Thank you very much. A round of applause for her, please. I'm glad to hear that, especially with regards to the communications materials coming out of the Health Promotion Division, that there's provision being, and comprehensive provision being made for people living with disabilities. And
orientation self.
Yes, yes. I would love a situation whereby every single brochure, every single document coming out, it also has a Braille version, so that even people who are challenged with their vision will be able to access them. Okay, that would be lovely to see. So very quickly, I hope we're all still on our Mentimeter. We are behind time, but then of course we didn't start on time. Okay, so all right, so I'm getting signals that we should wrap up very soon. But I wanted to make sure that we touched on this before we leave. So can you name one local Nigerian food? And I think we already kind of gave it away. But name one, now that you've heard that, can you name one local Nigerian food that is both healthy and affordable? And if you can't remember the English names, use local names. This should be fast, so 5 seconds and we'll move to the next. I'm not seeing any fruits. It's just mostly vegetables. I guess because that, okay, somebody saved the day. Oranges. Okay. Pears. Okay, I'm assuming avocado. Okay, that the local ube. Yes. Moringa soup. Okay. Okay. Moringa is very versatile. We heard today that you can even take it as a tea. Smoothie. So you don't have to cook it. You can eat it. Oh, wow. Okay. Sour soup, moi moi. Okay, kunu. Awesome. Okay, next question, please. Because I want to make sure that we get to... What's one thing about the food we eat now in Nigeria that gives you concern? So either about getting the food, preparing the food, the quality of the food, how often you get to eat the food. What is one thing that gives you concern? I know for me, even the way the food is handled before I get to buy it has been for me the most pressing. One thing about the food we eat now that gives you concern. Okay. Okay. Shawarma pandemic. Hey, the sausages and mayonnaise content, okay? I heard that seasonings contain harmful substances. Okay, this is new on me. What are our alternatives? If anything, so when you say seasonings, oh, seasoning cubes. Okay, okay. Non-stick pans, smoky jollof rice. We're touching nerves. We're touching nerves. Did I hear someone say they should leave it for him like that? Is MSG really bad? Okay. Thank God the nutritionist is in the house. All right, 5 more seconds and we round up this one. Okay, so but while people are still, do you want to speak to any of these? So somebody says, is MSG really bad? I hear that seasoning cubes contain bad things, and then comment about non-stick pans. And then somebody said ginger. I'm not sure what they mean by ginger. But
Ginger available right now in the market is not as spicy or as pungent as it used to be. But I think there was a ginger. There was some problem with ginger, the farming ginger last year. So yeah, cultivation, and of course, Nigeria produces some of the best quality ginger, not in terms of maybe the nutritional components, but the fact that it's very pungent. So when industries that use it in making ginger, like oils, to add to products, are now, the demand is greater than the supply. And so we're exporting a lot of that, and then the local for our own local use we do not have. So I think we have some imported,
So the cost.
Yes. So that is what. But I think next year we're going to have ginger back. So it's not a GMO ginger that you have. It's just ginger that it's not used to.
So the question about non-stick pans.
So non-stick pans, yes. So we have a lot of so our cookware. So there's this non-stick pan that used to have Teflon, over it, so which can contribute to cancers and so many. Yeah, it's very, very unhealthy. So you have to be very careful buying non-stick pans. The best pans, in fact, there's no need buying those non-stick pans. The best cookware to use, the clay pots.
The
local clay, yes. The local, and then you have the 100% steel, the aluminium pots, and then ceramic pots. But you see all those non-stick pots covered with Teflon, they leach into your food.
And they're more expensive.
And they're expensive, right? So you want to, it's not baby girl lifestyle, honestly. It's you're preparing yourself. So microwave, the only issue you have with microwave when you use when you use plastics, when you use materials that are not for microwaves, right? So you see ceramic bowls, glass bowls are best used for microwave. You see microwavable plastic or microwavable glass. Do not use plastic in microwaving your food. That is where the harm comes in, right? Yes.
So even that thing that they give you in the microwave, the cover.
The cover that comes with the microwave is it doesn't touch the food and it's microwavable plastic.
Okay, so the issue is with it
touching the food, and then don't just use any kind of plastic. In fact, the best thing, use glassware. Yes, and make sure whatever you're using it's microwavable. But don't use plastic. And people who are used to using plastic, people just throw plastics in the microwave, and it's so harmful.
Even in this office, we are very guilty.
So please.
So there's another one here. Is MSG really bad?
So look at it as this MSG, glutamine, is actually an amino acid. So your body produces it. So just know that number one, it's not poison. But the problem comes with how much are you taking? If you're not taking much more than the body needs. So it's something that the body already is a non-essential amino acid. It means that your body produces it already, right? So that's what it is. It's a flavor enhancer. But when it's done in excess, it becomes a problem. When you now take much more than what your body needs on a regular basis, it can now contribute to, creating, poor health for you. So what you want to do, if you can, cut it out.
right? Because it's not like you need it, your body already produces it. But I just want you to know, be clear that your body, glutamine is a non-essential amino acid, sorry. So it means that it's not actually poison because your body already is actually even creating, it uses it. So if some of you here in medicine, you've done you have the carbohydrate cycle, I'm sure you've heard about glutamine and all of that. So you see that it's already part of the cycle, right? So it's not as if it's poison, but then excess of use is what you want to prevent. And we have other ways of seasoning food. You do not have to use MSG, right?
Examples,
yeah. So you can season with, you have herbs, you have parsley, you have coriander. If that is even strange, just go back and use your dawa dawa or iru or the dawa.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. But you can use... Oh, yes, it's a great protein source and it's fermented.
So it's a probiotic.
It's a probiotic.
Okay.
It's a probiotic. She just yes. So
I was listening.
Yes, it's a good source of protein and it's fermented. It's healthy it's great for your gut. It's very healthy, right? If you're going to use MSG, please very, very little amount. The way we eat Maggi and the rest is bad. It's too much. You don't even have to use it in food. And even if you have to use it in cooking, a whole pot of soup, say for 6 people or a big pot, maybe 2 cubes is enough. We have trained our taste buds to be seeking more salt, more umami flavor. We have our own natural umami, which is the dadawa or iru or dawa dawa. You just need a little bit of it. And you have crayfish. All of this, yes. So if you're going to use MSG, any form, just a little bit. You can if at all, you can actually train your taste buds to adjust to the kind of amount of seasoning you add to food, even with salt. We'll have to also be careful with salt. Yeah. So let me know.
Okay.
Digress.
Thank you so very much. Please, a round of applause for her. It's not easy. I've been taking notes. Okay. For the sake of time, I think we're going to. Chris, do we have? Can we go to the next category? Let's just jump to the next category. Yes. I wanted us to at least take 2 questions from here before we move on. So very quickly, if we're still on Mentimeter, what is the number 1 thing that stops you from moving your body more often? Don't worry, I've been getting signals. We'll round up in the next 10 minutes, max. Tiredness from school. I'm here for the honesty. I'm here for this. Yes. But I just want to encourage, start with what you can do. Anything is better than nothing.
Yes. Yeah.
Need for sleep, eating to stupor, long lectures. What happens after the lectures or before the lectures in the morning? Muscle cramps. Muscle cramps, I would say, make sure you warm up and warm down. People do not understand the importance of a warm up and warm down. And it's as simple as whatever exercise it is that you are doing, do a less stressful version of it. So for example, I power walk, right? So what I always start out with is just a very easy stroll, and then I pick it up a notch, and then I wind down again with an easy stroll. Okay, next question. Okay, 5 minutes. No gym, no problem. What is a simple way you can stay active in a small space? So if you don't have gym money, thank you very much. Thank you. Flesh and blood did not reveal that to you. Take walks. That's my personal favorite because I don't have to pay for it. Leave drainage. Wow, this is deep.
Can I give a very simple hack? What I've been doing. So I live a very sedentary lifestyle, which means I'm almost always on my laptop. We all use ChatGPT for one thing or the other. There's no need to pretend. And I noticed I would climb the stairs and I would check my heart rate and it would be 95 beats per minute. It was ridiculous. So what I've been doing for the past 1 month is I asked ChatGPT, what 10 minutes exercises can I do 3 times during the day that doesn't require any equipment, doesn't require me to leave where I am. Like if I'm somewhere, I need to get up 3 times a day and do something for 10 minutes. And it gave me a plan. And I've been doing it for the past 3 weeks. And I'm not going to lie, I'm not saying it to encourage anybody or to make anybody feel somehow, but I've dropped 2 kg. I checked it. So just very simple things. And what are the things? Stand up and do a jumping jack. And this thing, you might feel like you're ashamed, but then you need to ask yourself, who cares? And why do they care? Stand up, do a jumping jack for 3 minutes, do a wall press, just put your hands on the wall, push, push. Simple, very simple things that will give you the time, how many minutes you should do it for. Just put that very simple prompt in. If you have other things you want to add, you can add, but that's what I did and what has helped me.
Thank you very much for that very useful tip. So all very good examples. We're expecting our executive director. I don't know, is she around now? Okay, please help me check. Right after this, okay. So while we're waiting on her to join us, this is the last question. Your workplace, your school, your friends, your neighbors, your family, the people you live with, how can they help you stay active in a way that feels like fun and not like punishment? Being non-judgment, thank you so much for that one. Whoever wrote that one, God bless you from my heart. Taking slow, fun walks, okay. Speak kindly, even in the face of the obvious, very, very key. Very, very key. Join me in the journey. Well, that would be lovely. Don't we wish? Okay. We've been joined by our executive director. Thank you very much, everybody. Round of applause for yourselves, first of all. You've all been awesome. We've been
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm sorry I wasn't in Abuja, so I just came in this morning. But very wonderful conversation. I followed online, lots of passion in the room. But it's really important for us to have a conversation like this. Anyone who's been to my house before knows that I'm very passionate about self-care. First of all, food. Anything that goes through anything that goes through your mouth, you have to be, really conscious and interested in, what it is, what it's doing to your body, how can we be a lot more self-aware. And so this conversation is one that is dear to our hearts, and we're going to take all the insights from here into the Gender Summit next month. Also, just to say that just hold it. And also just to say that the conversation doesn't end here. So a lot of the reasons why we're organizing conversations like this is to see how we can take some of these insights and see how these insights can begin to inform public policy, and how we can use this as advocacy tools to begin to engage. I know many times, and I heard you say it, like the burden of healthcare versus the burden of self-care, healthcare access when one is already ill, versus that burden of self-care. There are many things that we can do for ourselves, and they're not expensive. They're not as expensive and burdensome as we think. I would share one example as I close. I know we've been here all day, and there's someone really close to me who had very health issues and was complaining about the cost of, buying vegetables. And I said, okay, can you just go to and get a fairly used bathtub, and then just put it at your backyard and begin to plant vegetables. And he came back to me some weeks later and he was like, can you believe that I haven't monitor. Come on to a pharmacy. I did that last night. I was feeling very stressed. I was stressed. I walked into a pharmacy and I checked my blood pressure. So thank you so much, everyone, for contributing to this really important conversation. We look forward to synthesize these insights and display them at the Gender Summit. But not just that, also begin to use this to think about what sort of advocacy opportunities at different levels, whether it's market women, traders, working professionals like us, just that opportunity to take these insights back and see how this can begin to impact lives. So thank you. The conversation doesn't end here. We're looking forward to seeing every single one of you at the Gender Summit from September 2 to 4 here in Abuja. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mai. Round of applause for our ED. So before we close, Amari has some next steps for us. She's going to tell us what to do.
Hi everyone, my name is Amari. They call me the creator. So this is going to be very fast. I want everyone to bring out your phone. If you have the smartphone, just bring out your phone. Okay, so next, look around you and look at anybody that you're admiring the person's fashion sense right now. Like you like how the person looks. You like the person's smile. Just look around you because we're about to take selfies. Okay, I've been admiring some people here and I'm going to take a bunch of selfies. So I want you to do the same. So let's do that. Let's take selfies. Let's take selfies. Come on, let's take selfies. Selfies. Come on, take selfies, take selfies. Okay, more selfies, please. Take really good selfies because we're about to post them. Let's take selfies. Really good ones, okay? Let's take selfies. Oh my God, you guys look so gorgeous. You guys look so amazing. Wow, that smile.
Maybe you should make it horizontal.
I can't see a lot of people taking selfies with the ED. Don't you wanna farms? Oh my God, don't you want to farms with the ED? She's a big deal. She's a big deal. She's a big deal now or never. Next time you see her, she might be with the president.
And even the president wants to take a selfie.
Exactly. So now that we have a bunch of selfies, something stood out for me from the conversation. There were a bunch of things that stood out for me, but one of the things that stood out for me was when someone said, "A finger does not clap." So if you have like one-liners, sentences, phrases that really stood out for you, put that along with the picture that you've just taken and use the hashtag GS25 Breakfast Talk Show. GS25 Breakfast Talk Show. So we're going to use 3 hashtags now. GS25 Breakfast Talk Show. The second hashtag is Say Yes to Self-Care. GS25 Breakfast Talk Show. Say Yes to Self-Care. And the third hashtag is New Voices. Come on, let's do this. Let's do this. I'm about doing mine. Let me see. Let's see. Take a selfie and post. Now. Let's do this now. GS25 Breakfast Talk Show. Say Yes to Self-Care. And the third one is New Voices. Because we heard so many new voices today. I was so impressed. And I wanted to get pots. So one thing that really stood out for me, I wanted to get pots, and I was thinking, oh my God, non-stick pots are the in thing now. Thank God I have no pots. Because I would have just, replaced with stainless steel. But thank God for all the information. Information is really power. So have we done that? Have we all done that? Can I see your hands up? If you have posted. If you've posted, let me see your hands up. So we've not
No, nobody has posted. I can't see anybody's hands up. Okay, so I'll say it again. GS25 Breakfast Talk Show. Say yes to self-care and new voices. Post everywhere. We're everywhere. So you can tag us at Policy Center NG. Policy Center NG. And center is spelled CENTRENG. Policy Center NG. We will repost all your posts. You know. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Amari. Round of applause for Amari. Thank you. And then for those of us who are in the room, sorry to those who are joining online. I've just been informed by Coco, who is a well-being, correct me if I'm wrong, a wellness coach, that she has these self-care sheets in here. So make sure you grab one before you leave, because it will really help you. You've learned so much today about self-care. So it will really help you on your self-care, on your brand new self-care journey. I'm just tracking your self-care and making sure that you are hitting all the right bases. So make sure you grab one. I'm going to leave it at the registration desk. So as you walk out today, be sure to grab one on your way out. Thank you very much, Coco. And a round of applause to her, please. Thank you very much. Okay, so at this point, from that the tea break is ready. So I believe we are closed, and you can grab your tea or just sit down to make sure that everybody gets a pack. If you don't get a pack here, then most likely you have a special pack waiting for you on your way out, right? Pauline, am I right? Yes. So thank you all so very much for being here. Thank you for honoring us with your time and participation. I deeply appreciate each and every one of you. And like the ED said, we look forward to seeing you all at the Gender Summit. A round of applause for yourselves, please. Thank you. And one more thing, I'm also that we have free health checks, right? I don't know whether we have any of our health insurance representatives here, that we have free health checks on our way out. Oh, okay. Okay, so we are set up right to go. Okay, so please, if you're not in a hurry, do well to start your self-care from here and stop to get a health check. They are free. You would otherwise be paying good money for it. So do well to stop by and start your self-care journey here. Thank you also very much. Group photograph. Okay, group photograph. So if you've gotten your pack, I think let's conclude with the sharing of the packs.